What is up, guys? T-Ray all day, back for a tutorial. Now, a lot of you have been asking on my Julian Green My Player videos, how have I gotten his face into the game when his face normally isn't in the game? Now, I briefly explained in the first episode that I used a game face to put him in the game, basically. Got a game face on the internet, put him in the game so that I could, it's more visually pleasing. I'm not going to say, I'm gay and stuff like that. I'm saying it's visually pleasing in the sense that we'd like to see our players' faces in the game. It makes it that much more realistic, stuff like that. So anyway, first thing you want to do if you want to get a player in the game or yourself in the game, anything like that, is go onto your computer and then go over to EASports.com. Now, you could just Google game face, it gets you there the same way, blah 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 blah, stuff like that. Now, what you want to do once you get here is, of course, sign into your account. Now, signing into your account is, the account I mean is your EA Sports account, obviously, but if you don't know what that is, it's the same thing that you use. It's your Origin account, basically, what you use on your Xbox or your PlayStation to be able to play online, basically. So, you go over to sign in. And for the sake of this tutorial, mine is T-Ray4Tut, and then Outlook.com. So simple as that. This is just an example, so use your own email and whatnot. Don't use mine. Stuff like that. Anyway, so you sign into your account. Easy as that. You probably didn't even need to know that. You know that already. But this is for beginners. So after you're signed in, you want to go over to the top where it says Services, and under Services, you will see Game Face. Now, click on Game Face, and it will load up for you. My computer, this isn't my computer, this is my parents' computer. That is why it's really, really slow. My laptop, for some reason, doesn't let me run Game Face, so I don't know why, but either way, all you want to do is click on Start with your Game Face. So once that decides to load, bang, here we go. It just comes up with your thing right here, comes up with your profile and says just this right here. If you already have one, it would have your face and your player right here, but we haven't made one yet. So all you have to go to now is Start Now. It's free, because it is free. And yeah, so once it decides to load, it might be a while. While it's loading, you can decide, what player do you want to use. Now, that actually didn't take that long, but still, I decided for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to do one of my favorite players, Yacine Benzia, from Lyon, one of my favorite clubs. Well, my favorite club. But anyway, you need to find a picture of the front of his face. You can get a side of his face too, but you do definitely need a front of his face picture. So, as you can see, you got one right here, but he is smiling. That's not great. You don't want to see him smiling or smirking or anything like that. You just want a straight face. This is why it's harder to make faces of real life players, because it's hard to find them in those situations. Like you can see up here, Lacazette, he's smiling, so you can't use that picture because he is smiling. So like I said, Benzia, this one would be good, but here's the other catch. It needs to be at least 480 by 480. If you don't know what that means, you're a beginner. Don't know what that means, down here on the bottom left it says 324 by 324. So this unfortunately is too small. This was from last year. That picture was taken from last year, so we unfortunately can't use it. But there is another one right here, as you can see, 500 by 588. I already downloaded it, so I don't need to again, but that's basically all you need to do. If you're going to do one for yourself, it will probably be big enough if you just take it with a normal camera, upload it to your computer. Yeah, so that will be big enough, but I already have one of Benzia, so we don't need to download one from here. We can go back over to the Game Face Creator. So it'll come up with this thing right here. It might have you install a little, I believe it's called a Unity player. If you have that installed already, you won't need to, but if you don't, it'll have you install it. It doesn't hurt your computer or anything. It just helps with, your face and whatnot. So if it's your first time, I don't know, my computer's having problems right now, I guess. So I just click on the starter head for it to load all the way up. I guess it helps it load faster. I don't know. But once it's done loading, it actually might take a while. But like I said, when it comes to Benzia and the player you want to use, has to be the front of their face. So this one, like I said, is 500 by 588. So it does fit the requirements, which are 480 by 480. That's minimum. It can go higher than that, of course. The only problem you'll see with this is that his head's slightly tilted. You can fix that, and as well, his head's kind of slightly tilted back, but that probably won't make that big of a difference. As well, you can probably find some other pictures, like this one he's smiling. This one's from this last season, so that one wouldn't work. This one he does have a straight face, but his eyes are down with the sun in the way. You want to find pictures that where they aren't, you don't have light on their face, stuff like that. So it is kind of hard if you're wanting to do a real person. But if you're going to do it yourself, it should be quite easy for you. And yeah, you can also use this game face in any EA Sports game that allow it. I believe that allows Madden, FIFA, and UFC, I believe the games that can do a game face right now. So once you have that done, you click on that little picture that said generate photo. I don't know what's wrong with my parents' computer. Anyway, so we go over to next. It's just going to tell you what you want to do. Like I was saying, you want a straight face, no glasses. You want it to be, you want to be able to see your face, smiling, no eyes closed, stuff like that. So first you want to find your photo. So front photo, like I said, I already have mine downloaded. It is under here, under tutorial, bang, right here. And you want to line it up perfectly. So not exactly perfectly. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, like I said, his head was slightly tilted. I said we'd fix it, and we do. Now, there we go. It's perfect. And you can see on the template, you want to get like between his ears and stuff. Sometimes it's hard to do that, especially with lower images, but that's what you'll be working with if you have, if you're going for a player instead of yourself. If you're not, you might be able to get your whole face in like it says, but like I said, it might be kind of hard. But anyway, moving on to next. You can edit these if you want, edit the brightness and whatnot. I'm not going to. I think it looks fine right now. Whoops. That's fine. I don't really care. Bang. Now it gives you a little thing right here to show you where you want to place everything. So right eye, we're just going to put it there. Left eye, we're going to put it there. You might want to take a little bit more time if you're doing this. Me, I'm just doing this kind of quick, so I'm going to do it. I don't know why I said I was going to do it quick, because my OCD's kicking in, but yeah, just line it up as best as you can. Like this, go like that, right jaw, this is his chin, this is his left jaw. So it was already pretty good right there. So just click next, and it will say, would you like to upload a side view? Uploading a side view is not mandatory, but will create a better render of your face. Now, if you do want them to look really, really good, I suggest you do a side view, but it doesn't always turn out the way you think it will, stuff like that. Also, it does take a little bit longer to render your face. I'm not going to do one because it is kind of hard to find one of athletes if that's what you're doing. So I'm not going to for the sake of this tutorial. I don't know why I clicked yes. We're going to go to next, yes. And then it's just going to analyze the front photo. And then in a second here, it's going to generate once I'm able to click generate. So generating the face usually takes about 5 minutes. If you do a side photo, it might take about 7 or 8. Usually doesn't take more than 10 minutes though, so you're fine when it comes to that. If you're wondering why it's rendering and taking a long time, that is why. And don't worry if it's taking that long, because that's how long it's supposed to take. It's just getting a better image of your, better rendering of your image. So once you're done rendering it, all you have to do is make any changes you see fit, such as facial hair, eye color. Maybe you think his nose isn't big enough, so you change that, stuff like that. You can change that. I wasn't able to show it because apparently the screen recorder cut out, so I'm just explaining it briefly right here. That one's pretty self-explanatory. So let's head over to the console now and see how we put it in the game itself and play with it. Alright guys, so now we are over at the console. So first of all, this is just your starting screen and whatnot, so you need to go over to play, new career, the whole deal about that. This is a brand new account, as you can see, but we're going to go over to player career, and then just pick any team you want. We can go over to France, because that is where he plays, of course. Does play for Olympique Lyonnais, which are right here. So pick the team you want. We're just going to go with this. Squads have been set to default. It's fine. We're going to create your pro. So once you hit create your pro, it'll come up with all this and whatnot. We're not going to worry about it right now. You're going to go over to download and apply game face. So press A or X if you're on the PS4 or PS3 and click OK. So now that it's loaded, it will come up. There he is, bang. I'm not sure why he has blonde hair, but there he is. All you have to do is go over and edit anything you want. You can change his, you can change his hair color, of course, to black. Boom, there we go. Not sure you can change the facial hair color. I believe you have to change that online, but yeah, for the sake of this, I'm not going to go over and change it again, but yeah, there he is right there in his glory. You can change anything. I found that sometimes when their head comes out like this, like it's really round, I'm not sure why. In the picture on the computer screen, it came out more not round, like gaunt or stuff like that. You can change that, play with the little slider things that will come out more in your favor, more the way you want it. But yeah, that's basically it. All you have to do is you can change everything you want here, all the hair and stuff. Of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff will be might be locked, due to the fact that you can't exactly use everything already, because you have to earn these in the career modes and whatnot. But yeah, just pick whatever you want, and yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do to put your face into an EA Sports game. This is FIFA as an example, of course, because I am a FIFA channel. But yeah, there you go. There you have it. This is an example for it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice rest of the day. I'm out.